Hello everyone, my name is Brianna Kuiper and I am happy to say that I am the new Executive Director of our wonderful organization, Healthy Community Brookfield. And I would just like to call you all here, the Board of Directors, to discuss our new beginnings. And throughout my research that I've compiled up to this point, I've been able to talk to some of you, talk to other staff members, and get a feel for the community about Healthy Community Brookfield and which way we should be going and moving forward. So my presentation will be focusing on that. So to begin, I will start by discussing the history of Healthy Community Brookfield. Our organization, as you all may be aware of, was formed in 1998 with a leader who honestly lacked essential managerial and administrative skills that were necessary to lead a nonprofit organization just as ours. There was no strategic plan developed, and the programs that were implemented, the public health programs, were based on interest of the staff members and what they wanted to focus on, not necessarily the need of the community. In 2008, though, we signed on a chief financial advisor, which we are grateful to have. We were able to develop a strategic plan with this financial advisor, as well as obtain contracts with the county and state to obtain further funding for our programs. And currently, we also have a large number of programs that we use throughout the community. Next, I'm going to be just giving you guys a brief overview of Healthy Community. We are a not-for-profit dedicated to promoting public health and wellness to our community, to the county of Brookfield. Our majority of our residents that we target are blue-collar, who work in agriculture, who do some farm work, and who also work for local, state, and county government agencies. Now, our schools are very good, but they struggle with lack of funding to fund very essential programs that they may need. The county health department sometimes has limited resources, and they also provide many programs through contracts with the state and county, as I said before. So here's a list of the programs and services that are currently on board with our organization. These are programs that we service to the community. And we are able to do this through grants and budget allocations through the state and county contracts that we have. And I'm not going to read this whole list off to you all because you all can go through this and read it on your own. But we do have very solid programs, including nutrition education, women's primary care, mobile medical services, smoking cessation, and well water testing for all of our agricultural workers. Now, our mission and vision is our mission focuses on striving to improve the community's health by strengthening the quality and performance of health promotion and wellness practices. And our vision, I think, is something we can all agree on, is the promotion of healthy practice leads to improved health behaviors and healthier communities. So altogether, these are the mission and vision right now are very generalized. They are promoting an overall positive health and wellness in the mind, body, spirit, and all things. Now, the values of the HCB, Healthy Community Brookfield, are listed below. These, again, are things that I believe that our community clearly, deeply values, but these are values that we need to work on. So throughout my research, I found that which we'll discuss about later, we could possibly do some modifications to our mission and vision, but our values, I think, should absolutely stay the same. We just really need to get back to those values and really need to figure out what we need to do as an organization to get back to these values to our community. High quality services, honesty and integrity, connectedness with our community partners. We need to get back to really valuing our staff and their well-being and valuing the fact that we are a public health leader in the community and really looking at what we can do to get back to these. Okay, so some environmental factors that impact our organization that I found through my research is that overall, community members view our organization as doing good, although they don't really know what we do. They don't really know our mission. They don't understand that we're an independent organization. They don't understand that we're a nonprofit. A lot of community members think that we might be a part of the county health department or the hospital. So that is something that we really need to address with our community. We really need to be clear in what we are, what we do, and how our community can reach us. Key stakeholders in our community also question our overall mission. They are very frustrated with some of our programs because although they are very good programs and we do have a lot of them, they sometimes overlap the goals of other programs that are already in place in the community. They're duplicates of other programs that the community already established before we were here. So they're frustrated that, that we have 2 of these programs, we don't need 2 of them. They also are very frustrated with our processes. We need to be more clear in some of our processes of our programs, such as the elder care program and how our hospital is supposed to discharge those patients to us. The county is frustrated with our yearly demands to increase funding. This is huge. The county health department is a major partnership with our organization, and we cannot burn bridges with them. So we need to figure out how we can stop relying on them for so much of our funding. So throughout my research of the organization, before presenting this all to you today, I looked up an employee engagement survey that you all took. And this survey focused on quality and productivity, leadership, and communication within our organization. So I am just going to briefly go over some of the main takeaways from this survey that we conducted so that we are able to see areas that we can grow on as an organization in terms of our employees and keeping them happy, and areas that we already excel in that we need to keep up and make sure we are continuing to excel in. In terms of quality and productivity, you all were surveyed and agreed that we have a history of effective public health service in the community and that our supervisors discuss employees' work and hold you guys accountable. So this is awesome. This is a great thing that we should continue doing. Some negative things that I took away from the survey was that you guys do not necessarily agree that doing the right thing the first time is valued in your workplace. Resources are not dedicated to educational efforts for further education and quality improvement for our staff, and rewards are not based upon program outcomes, which is major. So through these negative takeaways, I really would like to see more individualized rewards and individualized praise to our employees that they are doing the right thing the very first time they do it so that they continue to do that. And I really would like to invest some more of our funding to professional development and more education so that we do not run into quality improvement issues. And you all are well aware of your job and the goal of your job and how to do that correctly the first time. Some takeaways from the leadership section of our survey was that you guys thought that you were proud to work for our organization. Our leadership is overall effective, you work with friendly coworkers, and that our leadership is fair. So I was very happy to read this. But you guys don't agree that the mission and values are clear. So not only are the mission and values not clear to you all as staff members, but they are also not clear to our community partnerships or community members. So overall, our mission and vision is something that really needs to be addressed moving forward here. You guys believe that HCB was not concerned with the long-term welfare of the employees. There is not alignment between the mission and programs offered, and that the board has not set clear directions for the organization. So again, we need to address how we can better address the long-term welfare of you all as staff members, and really align our mission to the programs that we are being offered, and make sure that we are just not randomly offering programs to the community just because we have the funding. We need to make sure that we're offering programs that not only our community needs, but that align with our mission as an organization and that relate to why we are overall here. Okay, and lastly, on the communication section of the survey, we found that staff members agree that they can always talk to their supervisor. Okay, this is extremely important. I was really glad to read that there's open communication between supervisors and employees. Supervisors communicate any upcoming changes, and conflict is used productively. Some negative takeaways: employees did not agree that senior leaders are visible and that organizational plans are not communicated to the community at large. So not only would I like to see our leaders be visible more to you all as staff members in the organization, our leaders need to be visible to the community. We need to develop a culture that is very relatable so that our staff members do not believe that our leadership team is more valuable than them. Everyone in our organization plays a key role in making sure that we move smoothly and that our goals and our missions are completed adequately. So leadership being visible to the staff members and the community is extremely important in developing relationships and partnerships. We also need to make sure that we are communicating our plans to the community so that, again, they know our purpose, why we are here, and how we can best serve them. Next, I'm going to touch on financial sustainability of our of our organization. Currently, programs are funded by grants and budget allocations from the county and the state. And after funding runs out, there is actually no current plan for sustainability of these programs. So what this means is when we run out of our grant money, we have no plan to keep that program moving forward. So unfortunately, that program has to come to an end. Now, programs are implemented based on which grants are attained and not community need. So while I'm very grateful that we have a knowledgeable staff that knows how to properly apply for grants and obtain that wonderful grant money, we need to make sure that we are not implementing our programs based on the fact that we, just get grant money for them. We need to really take a step back and look at what our community needs, look at what the goals of our organization are, and say, how can we put this money to the best use to address our community's needs while also addressing our goals for the community? We really need to focus on the fact that if we don't need a program, then we need to get rid of it. We should not be wasting good money on programs that the community does not necessarily need or that is already in action in the community through a different organization. Also, another major point of concern is that we did not meet our accreditation requirements this past year. So this means that we have the potential to lose funding and the potential to lose our contract with the county if we do not meet those accreditation requirements and any accreditation requirements that they are asking for us to do to get back to that. So this is major. If we lose our funding through the county, we lose a lot of funding and a lot of programs that are currently in place. The overall strengths of our organization I do need to touch on because they are a wonderful part that keeps our organization going. The fact that we have a contract established with the county is wonderful. This again allows us to fund many programs that we need, and this also allows us to keep afloat essentially because this is a large portion of our funding is through this contract with the county health department. Another essential strength of our organization